Hello, hello. This is Jay of jgoddesstarot, and I want to welcome you to this pick a card reading, this timeless pick a card reading. Soul Blueprint. What is the deeper connection between you and your future spouse? So, I have four piles today. Pile 1 with the orange stone, pile 2 with the aqua aura quartz, pile 3 with the purple stone, and pile 4 with the yellow stone. So, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Just clear your mind in and out and in and out. And pick the pile. Try to keep it to one pile that really intuitively calls to you. You can pick two because there may be messages in another one, but go with the strongest intuitive pull for the pile to pick. That's likely the messages for you. Hello, hello, my pile one. So for those of you who selected this beautiful orange crystal, orange stone, this is your reading about the soul blueprint. What is the deeper connection between you and your future spouse? And I shuffled a mix of tarot and oracle cards to just bring out some responses, anything that spirit universe wanted to deliver to me today. Remember, only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So let's get started. We have Page of Swords, Seven of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and Page of Cups. So to start off, this is giving me a young energy. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're like super young in age. You could be. You're more likely, if you pick this pile, maybe in your late teens through maybe early 30s. Don't have to be, but it's more so giving me the energy of inexperienced individuals. So because we have a page at the beginning and the page at the end, this is telling me that you and your future spouse, a deeper meaning that you two are going to help one another with, is coming together and growing and maturing. This could be due to lack of experience in like dating. So if maybe you've never had a serious relationship before, or you're a late bloomer, which is no problem with that, you and your future spouse are going to resonate about that because you may be very inexperienced or immature in certain areas, but you're going to come together and there's going to be all these fresh ideas and excitement and energy. And I think that one of the clear messages coming through is like Seven of Cups, you're not going to know which way to take it first, my power ones, but there's going to be so much opportunity for growth and prosperity with the Ace of Pentacles, and it's going to come in fast. Like once you two kind of start in the dating capacity or relationship capacity, you're going to really hit it off with the Eight of Wands, and it's going to go fast. And this Page of Cups represents your future spouse, and you're more of the Page of Swords. So one of you is very heart-centered, one of you is very mind-centered, or thought-centered, and you maybe process your thoughts. You maybe process your emotions through your thoughts. And you two are going to come together and help one another achieve balance and achieve maturity in these areas, because I feel this is either you all are quite young or you all are quite inexperienced, regardless of age, in terms of relationship, partnership, effective skills that go into all of that. So effective communication, effective nonviolent conflict resolution, all of those things, understanding one another's love languages. You two are going to help one another grow. I'm getting that your future spouse is going to help you become a little more heart-centered and process your emotions that way and really feel and sit in your emotions. And you are going to be a helpmeet to your future spouse in them maybe not switching to emotions so easily and more being thoughtful and analytical and processing and analyzing situations. So you two are really coming together to teach one another. So that's the deeper meaning. So some angel cards that came out were reconsider and recovery. What this is telling me is the way your relationship is coming through with your future spouse, it may be like a stop and go. What I'm getting is you come together, you guys hit it off, but because you two are very inexperienced in the areas of relationship, one or the other may do something to piss the other person off, and you may take a break, you may break up. So I don't see this being, a toxic breakup to makeup scenario, but I am getting that this may be a push-pull at the beginning, and that's what the reconsider is about. This is also about reconsider the way that you're approaching situations, and are you walking in a balanced way of maturity? Are you hearing the other person's side of the story? Now, of course, we're not talking about anything to do with abuse, something like that. Immediately get help and get out safely. but in terms of just disagreement with one another. You want to do different things. You want to try different things. You want to pursue different avenues of interest, passion, career, etc. And then recovery. This is now coming into once you develop in these areas and your future spouse, because you two are mirroring each other in a lot. That's why there's your Page of Swords and they're coming through as the Page of Cups. Once you two do that kind of growing and processing together, as well as during a break apart, it is going to help you recover. It's going to help you grow. And some of these things and the reasons why maybe you're coming through, my pal ones, I'm getting pretty strongly that you're going to come through pretty short and ready to cut a person off if they piss you off in a relationship. This could be based on past relationship, trauma or childhood trauma. This could be based upon areas within yourself you haven't healed from previous relationships. And they are part of the engagement with your future spouse is going to help you heal in those areas. Of course, you have free will, but this is part of the deeper meaning of your connection. Now we have some romance cards. We have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, and pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So the romantic feelings, that's what's going to grow between you guys. I'm getting that this is going to start off as like friends and then more move to lovers. I'm not seeing instantaneously that this is going to be lovers. And then the pay attention to the red flags is that goes along with the, reconsider. The other part of that is don't move so fast with that Eight of Wands energy that you maybe miss out on things. And because your future spouse is coming through as more of a heart-centered or emotional-centered person, they may struggle, I'm getting with like being emotionally regulated. They may throw tantrums or something like that. Not necessarily, but you understand me. You're a much more cooler head than they are. I'm not getting anger issues. I'm getting immaturity. And it is going to be so important for you to, when you see that behavior, call it out, address those things in the moment, have those adult, mature conversations. Like I said, this is regardless of what age you guys are. And I feel that your ages are quite close together, whether you're a younger or a little older, doesn't matter. You two are fairly close in age, maybe 2-3 years age difference. So it's going to be very important to have those adult, mature, centered conversation that strive for healthy compromise and conflict resolution. And then timing. I pulled some timing cards to see what come out. So I have today and by the end of the day. So this parallels with the Eight of Wands. It could literally mean today, but also this means something that's coming in quick. The other part of the today and the by the end of the day, it's giving that you more than likely are already connected to your future spouse. What that means is this is either somebody in a friend group, like a larger friend group you may have. This is likely somebody you have a class with if you're in college classes or something like that, trade school classes. This could be somebody that you work with, more a peer, not a superior. So this is somebody who's already in your sphere and you may already talk to them. That's like, this isn't a brand new person. Those romantic feelings haven't developed yet. They may be at the very beginning stages with the Ace of Pentacles. It also mirrors that. But this is somebody likely you at least have a rapport with where you two talk about things. So those are the messages that are coming through for you, my pal one. So the deeper meaning, soul blueprint of the connection between you and your future spouse is really growth and maturity and helping one another become more balanced. You in terms of processing your future spouse and helping you processing emotions through your heart and feeling them and sitting with them and in your body. That's something you may be very disconnected with, I'm getting. And your future spouse, what you're doing is helping them be more anchored, grounded, analytical, calm, thoughtful, etc. Right now, you two are coming off as unbalanced in those areas, and coming together is going to help you to do that. So let me know, if this resonated with you below. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, my pal 2. For those of you who selected this lovely angel aura quartz, this is your reading, your timeless reading about your soul blueprint. What is the deeper connection between you and your future spouse? So shuffled a mix of oracle and tarot cards to come up and bring through any responses, any information from Spirit Universe to help you out today. So we have 9 of Wands, the Magician, 10 of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Chariot. The deeper meaning that's coming off, the deeper connection that's coming off with this particular spread is that your future spouse is going to be unequivocally proof to you that manifestation works. What is being required of you right now, my pal twos, is that you really be consistent and stand firm on the things that you want, and that you are aligning your actions and your mood and your mindset to it. That Nine of Pentacles is not about a resistance energy or fighting. It's about you coming up and standing up and being consistent with the things that you're doing to manifest the life you want and the future spouse you want. Because right now you may have been very betrayed. You may be in not your ideal position in life in terms of relationships, in terms of career, but the Ten of Swords is a very kind of severe energy, and it usually speaks of betrayal. So your last relationship could have been betrayal, or it just talks about not being in the place one wants to be, and wounding and things like that. When you stand firm with that Nine of Wands energy, when you stand firm in the things that you want to manifest, when I say stand firm, I mean be consistent, not have resistance. But when you stand firm in that, meaning be consistent, you are really going to attract in your future spouse. And then they're going to come in fast. So your future spouse is coming through as this Knight of Swords energy. And the Chariot, of course, is fast and speed. And when you fall in love with the process, basically, that is when, and you're not looking for the results are going to happen. And they're going to happen quick. Because both the Knight of Swords and the Chariot are denoting a level of swiftness or quickness. And a lot of things are going to come to fruition that you have been wanting because you have been consistent and diligent in your manifestation practices. Manifestation practices vary person to person. You can do visualization. You can do 369 method. You can do, writing the universe a letter or God a letter. Look on YouTube, use it as a resource, because YouTube is a search engine after all, to find and try different methods and really go with the ones that resonate with you. Always start small, and remember consistency and really shifting your mood and your mindset and the way you speak about things. Even in this Ten of Swords energy, even when there is betrayal or just not being in that place where you want to be is really important, because it is going to impact how quickly the things you want come in. And if a healthy relationship with your ideal partner is something that you want, that is important that you remain consistent and diligent with that. So also during this time, as you're being very diligent with your manifestation practices, work on your healing from whatever that betrayal is. It's also, Ten of Swords is also an opportunity to do that internal work and self-reflection. So take this time and use it wisely. Don't rush. More so, really look at you, what you want, and what manifestation practices work for you. So some angel cards that came out were in the near future and ask your angels. This is saying really in the near future, this person is likely to start making an appearance. I'm getting more so in the 5D at first, and then in the 3D. So as we know, our time is a construct, and our actions determine basically how long things take. So the more quickly and seriously I'll say, but don't take it so seriously that it's not fun. It shouldn't feel like drudgery or a chore. Manifestation should be fun. And that can take a little work when you're trying to find the best method. Start with one method that works for you. But as you're finding that, and you will find your flow and your groove in the main method, because I'm getting this one main method and maybe two other supporting methods that really jive with you, that you really enjoy, things are going to start flowing in. And that's going to happen in the near future. If you're not sure which way to go, ask your guardian angels, ask your spirit guides, pray on it, whatever your spiritual and faith belief system is. Utilize that so you can get clarity around the actions that you need to take, inspired actions, because part of manifestation is taking inspired action toward a goal. Do that to help get clarity around what you need to do. And then we pulled some romance cards, and it says religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, and healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. This is going back to the Ten of Swords, this time of deep healing that you're also in, because you've gone through this betrayal, you've gone through these things. If it hasn't been a betrayal, this is just a time of deep healing. These are the times to address those things internally. If you have any family issues, I would say definitely look for resources that can help you. You can start by journaling. You can start by writing burn letters. Absolutely use the internet as a resource to find, licensed mental health professionals and somebody to talk to if that's necessary. Also, I'm getting this is a time that you're potentially questioning your spiritual and religious beliefs. For some of you who selected this pile, I'm getting that they may differ from what you were raised in, whatever that is. And this is a time for you to really be doing that internal reflection and that internal work. Now, some of the timing cards that came out, we have 51 by the end of the week and 41 next couple of years. What this is telling me is when you, or if you, because you have free will, if you really start tapping in now and kind of looking around for manifestation methods that work for you and really doing that internal inquiry to see what areas need to be healed, what pain needs to be released, etc. I'm getting that you are really going to start moving on the path you want to be on by the end of the week. Now, the next couple of years, what that is coming through for me, that may be the actual time frame of when you get married to your future spouse. That's not the time frame of meeting. I'm getting the time frame of actually meeting them is in the near future. In the near future to me means within the calendar year of whenever you're observing, watching this video. This is a timeless reading. But the time frame of actually getting married may be longer than that. And that depends. Marriage per se is not as important to different people. It may be important to you, it may not be important to you. It may be important to your future spouse, it may not be. So that is likely going to take a couple of years, but you two actually meeting is, I'm getting within like 6 to 12 months. But usually within the months of the calendar year you are in when you view this video is what the near future means to me. So these are some of the messages that came through for you, my pal, too. So the deeper connection that your future spouse, that you and your future spouse have, or that they're meant to serve for you, is belief in your own, believing that manifestation works and seeing it work firsthand for yourself and what you were able to call into existence with you all's relationship, because once that happens, it is going to happen pretty quickly. So do that internal work and be diligent with the manifestation work, and a lot of things are going to flow through. So that is all I have for you today, my pal, too. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next reading. Hey, my pal threes, for those of you who selected this beautiful purple crystal, this is your timeless reading about the soul blueprint and what is the deeper connection between you and your future spouse. So I shuffled a mix of tarot and oracle cards to come through with any messages the spirit or universe had that would be useful for you today. Let's start. We have 9 of Cups, King of Cups, High Priestess, 3 of Cups, and 10 of Wands. So off the top, what I'm getting is that your future spouse is a person who you're going to have abundance with this person. You are going to experience a lot of joy. You're going to experience a result of things you've been manifesting, and your future spouse is coming through as the King of Cups, and you're coming through, my pal threes, as the High Priestess. So they are going to be someone who is very emotionally mature, emotionally available, has great emotional regulation, someone who really is the type of partner you would want to be with. It has that emotional connection that is deep, that is nourishing, that is loving, that is thoughtful, empathetic. There are so many amazing qualities here coming through about your future spouse. And when you get into really your High Priestess, you're represented by that because you are going to be required to get in kind of your High Priestess energy. And that is about following your intuition, meditating, doing the things that you need to do to partially manifest this, but partially just kind of let some things go and work on work on releasing some burdens. That 10 of Wands we'll get to in a second. Because once you do that and you get in your high priestess energy, there's going to be a lot of community, there's going to be a lot of fun, there's going to be a lot of joy, there's going to be a lot of help that comes. And the way this is coming through with the Three of Cups and your future spouse being the King of Cups, you are going to meet them more than likely through a community that you connect with, or an interest group, like a meetup group or something like that. Or say you move to a new city for school or work or whatever. And you are looking for just, like-minded people that like the same things you like, certain type of music, like to do certain type of activities. You are likely going to meet your future spouse through that group. I am getting, they could be a little bit older than you, my pal. I'm not seeing a major age gap for most of you. For some of you, there could be a larger age gap. And of course, be very mindful of that and ask very real questions about that in the beginning. But I'm definitely getting that there's going to be a lot of joy and community. And through that group that you meet, you are going to meet your future spouse. Maybe they are seen as a leader of some type of the group, not the leader of the whole group, but has a lot of respect in that group, because you've been carrying a lot. I'm getting this is more so emotional for most of you who selected Pal 3 with the 10 of Wands. But for some of you, this could be actual burdens of like, you have to do everything. Say you were parentified for some of you, very young. So you were expected to do all these great things, do well in school, do this, do that, but also take care of your siblings, cook dinner, wash clothes at a very young age. I'm feeling for some of you, this could also transfer as financial burden for others, like family members, or emotional burden, like you've just been keeping a lot of things in and trying to bear this burden alone. And one of the deeper connections that you and your future spouse, purposes of it is that they're going to help you understand that there are trustworthy people. You can lean on somebody. You don't always have to be the strongest person in the room. And I'm getting that you've likely been let down in the past quite a bit, my pal threes, but you will know when you connect with these folks, these Three of Cups folks, this is like your soul tribe. These are going to be part of your soul tribe. When you tap in and really listen to your intuition and sit in quiet spaces and quiet your mind, like get into your high priestess energy, that is, that's coming through. So some angel cards that came through were helpful people and take action. So the helpful people resonates with and really boosts up the Three of Cups. So there are definitely helpful people coming in your way. It may be unexpected, or you weren't. I'm like I said, I'm getting that you're used to kind of going it alone and kicking all the pressure on you and dealing with everybody's shit and drama and being responsible for much more people beyond yourself, my pal threes. But helpful people are coming in, and part of those helpful people coming in, like I said, your future spouse is going to be a part of that group in some way, shape, or form. And take action. This is really supporting the high priestess. You are going to take inspired action. This also for the high priestess and the Nine of Cups, because part of it is about manifestation. You will be led and be given pops of inspiration about the actions you need to take, because I'm getting that you are quite a hard and diligent worker and kind of really know how to just put your head down and work hard. But oftentimes, especially I'm getting now, maybe not oftentimes, lately, let's say, you have maybe felt, okay, I know I'm a hard worker, but I don't know which direction to work towards, maybe in things that you want. So the take action is about listening to your intuition and taking inspired action on what to do next. And those could be big changes or little changes. That could be, hey, I need to look for jobs in this other geographical location, this other city in my country, or a city in a new country. This could be like, hey, I need to apply to this school program or this trade program. I just am getting that this take action has to do with you leaning into your intuition and taking inspired action, not just working hard at something that isn't seemingly producing the results you want. Now, some of the romance cards that came up, we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, and honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So the deception card is coming through as you, my pal threes. This is in support of the 10 of Wands. As I said, I'm getting that you're used to taking the burdens on alone, and there's been a lot of self-deception about, oh, I'm okay, I don't need any help. And you have quite a hard outer layer or shell. That doesn't mean you're a hard person. I'm getting that you take your time to really get to know and trust people, which isn't a bad thing, but that could have come from survival instinct because you had to, because maybe the environment you grew up in or people that have, done you wrong in the past, whatever that may be. And when you meet this group of people, these helpful people coming in, these Three of Cups folks, including the King of Cups, your future husband, your future spouse, They are coming in as a man. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There's going to be maybe a bit of apprehension at first, like, no, I'm fine. I can do this on my own. But your future spouse is quite intuitive. He's the King of Cups. He has that deep, he may actually be an empath. I'm just saying he is, that's the way it's coming through. Please switch the genders to whatever resonates with you. And he's going to know you're not telling the truth. So part of a very important thing that is in alignment with a deeper meaning of your connection is stop deceiving yourself. And that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not bear everybody's burdens, my pal 3. You've done that for a very long time, and it has not been, I'm getting that there's been a lot of sacrifice on your behalf because of doing that. And now you're coming to a place where it's time to really start listening to intuition and maybe setting boundaries with people and letting certain people fail. It's there's a duality here. You're coming through as a person who may find it very hard to trust people, but part of the reason for that is people may have taken advantage of you in the past, taking your kindness for weakness, and this has also been a result of it. And in honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This is after you and your future spouse, of course, get into the dating phases and the actual honeymoon because they're your future spouse, but also in general. Take trips together. Enjoy time together. These don't have to be big trips. These can be camping trips. These can be trips to another city at a bed and breakfast. These can be day trips. Just learn to really focus on you and focus on you two building that connection together and spending time with one another. Is going to really help you with your healing and your growth and cultivating that relationship. Some timing cards that came out. So 54, it's happening now, and 24, October. So 6s and 9s are important, and 4s are important as well. October could be when I'm getting, it's either when you take what resonates, when you meet them in the 3D or when you get married to them. So you know what I mean? Take whichever one resonates, but it's happening now is more so in support of the High Priestess and speaking about you really learning to listen to your intuition, learning to let go of some of that external control. I'm getting that that's starting to happen now. Keep leaning into that and doing practices that help you really tap in. Meditation and journaling are two of some of the most straightforward ones to start with, but search on YouTube for other ways for you to tap into your intuition because there's a lot of value in that and there's a lot of self-awareness in that is going to do nothing but be of benefit to you, my pal 3s. So the deeper connection between you two is your future spouse coming in and being a helpmate to you and helping you learn to trust people again, and lean into somebody and knowing you don't always have to be the strongest person there and have to, carry everybody's burdens. So that is all that came through for you today, my pal 3s. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Hey, my pal 4s, for those of you who selected this beautiful yellow crystal, this is your timeless reading about soul blueprint. What is the deeper connection between you and your future spouse? So I shuffled a mix of tarot and oracle cards for any message that would come through spirit or universe today that would give you some insights. So we have Justice, 7 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and King of Pentacles. So what I'm getting for you, my pal 4s, is for many of you who selected this pile, you are likely going through some type of time of persecution where maybe could be actual legal issues. It could be, having backstabbing friends that you're no longer in the friend group, backstabbing relatives. Like something has happened where you're really having to stand firm in who you are, in your integrity. The Justice card is talking about karma. So there is going to be karma in this, or there's going to be resolution in your favor of this, but it's necessary for you at this time, this challenging time with the 7 of Wands, for you to really protect yourself, for you to maybe not be out trying to defend yourself or talk to these people, whatever the circumstances that applies for you, take what resonates. It's important for you to protect yourself, protect your energy, and really go within. Really focus on your own self-work, your self-healing, knowing that you are maybe standing on principle or integrity. This could be, for example, just a random example, like, if you're a whistleblower for a company because, they weren't doing something wrong, right? And you are getting maybe a lot of flack for it because what you did was the right thing, but it was unpopular. Or maybe you're going through a time where you're outgrowing your friend group, or somebody said something that on you that was a blatant lie, or actual legal issues. Whatever it is, this is a time for you to just ground and protect yourself and go within. Maybe Seven of Wands also to me comes through as a little bit of, in this particular reading, a little bit of hermit mode. Go into a little bit of hermit mode, doesn't mean cut the world off, but really start discerning and being mindful of the company you keep around you, and maybe people who support whatever's against you and people who really support you. And just focus on you. Focus on cultivating a really healthy internal environment. Focus also on your creative innovations and things you want to do. This is your time to do that, and just standing firm, because there will be personal growth and satisfaction. There will be abundance with this Nine of Pentacles. That is going to be at the other side of that Seven of Wands energy. And once you are moving into that personal growth, achievement, and abundance energy, you're then going to lean into, be comfortable and confident enough in who you are to lean into your passion. When that happens, this is like a chain reaction type of thing. When that happens, you are going to attract or come into alignment in the 3D with your future spouse, and they're represented by the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is the slowest moving king in the tarot, but he's also the richest king in the tarot. So this is going to be someone who's abundant in a lot of ways, especially monetary. If you're a person right now that may be working multiple jobs or trying to do certain things or having any challenges with money or abundance, when you go within and you're doing that cultivation, and you're going to have personal achievement, and you're going to have success, and you move into like just leaning into your passion, which is part of the creative innovations you worked on, and that's when you're in that Seven of Wands energy, you're going to attract your future spouse, and they are going to be abundant in multiple ways. I'm getting a very emotionally mature person. I'm getting a very and stable person. I'm getting a very financially, not just stable, but abundant person, where if you struggled with that in the past, there won't be any issues, once you two come into alignment. I'm also getting that they could be, I'm not getting a severe age gap. I'm more so getting they could be like maybe up to 5 years older than you, but I'm going to say quite a few, I'm getting the sense, the energy that they could be prematurely gray as well. And that may throw you off at first. It doesn't look bad on them, but at first you may think they're older than they are. But once you get to know them, you'll see, oh, they're just genetically, like, that's hereditary. They're just maybe have grayed a little early. Like I said, it doesn't look bad, but it makes you think they're older than they are. And then once you get to really engaging with them and talking to them, you're like, oh, okay, this age gap is not what I thought it was. And I'm getting there's going to be a lot of resonance and a lot of like flow, because you are going to be in flow within yourself, because you've moved through the Seven of Wands to the Nine of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands energy. You're going to be in flow within yourself. So when you come into connection in 3D with your future spouse, who's the King of Pentacles, they're not going to have a choice, because you wouldn't resonate with somebody who's not in flow with that. So there's going to be a lot of flow and ease in your relationship when you go from like meeting to dating. I'm getting that's a really easy flow for you too. Shuffled some angel cards, and I got peaceful resolution and perfect timing. This has to do with whatever that justice card is. This supports that. There's going to be peaceful resolution to that. So I'm getting you don't have to fight this battle. You have to be firm and of course defend yourself, but you don't have to exhaust yourself fighting this battle. Whatever that is, the truth will come out. You will be vindicated or relieved or whatever the correct term is, and that's going to happen in perfect timing for you. So don't worry about that issue. Stand firm on your side of whatever that is. Be true to yourself, but really cultivate that internal space and awareness for yourself, because that is going to lead to so much abundance and change, positive change and growth and achievement for you. So if anyone who chose this pile, if you're having something like that going on right now, that is going to be the end result. So then we have the romance cards that I shuffled. So we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I'm getting for some of you, if one of the challenges that whatever this justice card has to do with, it has to do with a romantic relationship, there may be a sense that you need to give up on them and they're just not for you. That's not true. Stay optimistic. When you're in your Seven of Wands energy and you're doing that internal work, though this is a challenging time, stay optimistic. Understand whatever that situation was that situation. That's not every partner that you'll come across. That's just that person. Of course, if this particularly resonates with you, stay optimistic. Easier said than done, I admit, but it's necessary. If, as you stay optimistic, as I said, you're just going to kind of go through this, like these phases, and the end result, once meeting that King of Pentacles, your future spouse, engagement, there's going to be a lot of flow. There's going to be a lot of connection. It's going to be a lot of ease in your relationship. So engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, is going to come relatively, I'm going to say easily. Quickly and easily are different, but I'm going to say easily, and that to me comes through as it's going to be very easy for your future spouse and easy for you, which means, once again, perfect timing. The timing is going to be right for both of you. Shuffled some timing cards. So we have 14 next winter and 10 not in this lifetime. So the 14 next winter, depending on when you're watching this reading, I'm getting the next winter actually applies to when you will get married to your future spouse. That's what's coming through for me. And then the 10, not in this lifetime, that is in relation to seeing whatever this justice card is about, whatever situation it applies to, is seeing vindication, meaning see this person get payback for what they've done. I believe you'll be vindicated and there will be peaceful resolution much more quickly. But part of you, which is human, it may be a little vengeful and you want to see them get payback, but the cards are saying not in this lifetime. You won't see that. And that's okay. So it's also important for you to release the desire to see revenge on this person. Just defend yourself and stand firm, but releasing that desire is also very healthy and will open up free up your energy to be more in flow so you can have personal achievement, growth, and lean into your passions and attracting your future spouse. That's good to do for you anyway, but a side effect of that is attracting in your future spouse. So if you were hoping to see, for those of you who selected this pile, my pile 4s, seeing this person get payback or these group of people get payback, you may not see it in this lifetime, and that's okay. Universe, Spirit is really telling you to let go of the desire to see that and not worry about it. Just be in your energy and protect yourself and get through this challenging time. But so the deeper connection that is really important for you to recognize here, my pile 4s, is that your future spouse is going to come as a result of you doing a lot of that internal work and just kind of moving through this very strategic, I don't know, the universe has it set up for you like this very strategic flow. They could come in earlier, but I'm getting if they would come in earlier, you two wouldn't be on the same energetic wavelength, so you would miss each other. So it's very imperative that you do that work so you can be in connection with one another and cross paths at perfect timing, and know that situation, whatever you're dealing with that may be against you right now, is going to come to a peaceful resolution. You will be vindicated, but you won't see that person or group of people get paid back in this lifetime. So please, that's all that came through for you today. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.